Oh shit, so I've been talking this entire time. Why is it kind of whack that I'm on a Tim Pool fan group? Welcome to the Troll Patrol, since I didn't have my mic turned on like a motherfucking amateur, even though I've been doing this shit for 20 years. Why wouldn't a Tim Pool fan group be interested in me? Earlier, I pointed out, I don't think that there is anything on the right that resembles me. I take phone calls, comments, 100% uncensored, live. I can't go back and edit. If I look fucking stupid, then it's on me. Okay, but I feel like you people would be the people that would be interested in this if you're a fan of Tim Pool. And I would think you would want to amplify my message in order to get like Tim Pool to debate me. That would be fucking fun, because Tim Pool, now when he debated Sam Cedar, he was made to look like a fucking idiot, that's for sure. But Tim Pool has never come across anybody like me. Earlier I shared out a picture of Tim Pool trying to hide a bunch of alt-right morons giving the white power. Because that's who Tim Pool really is. I'm calling you people out. You're who I want to call in and argue with me if you're listening to Tim Pool. I want to convert you over to the Troll Patrol. Because fuck Tim Pool, he's an absolute fucking moron. If you disagree with me, how about I open up the phone lines? And we'll see what you have to say. 917-830-4359. Phone lines are now open. Somebody tried to call me at 10:21 a.m. this morning. I'm a moron? No, sir. Right-wingers are morons. And you can get the shirt at the FREAKIN store. Link down below. If you dispute the fact that right-wingers are morons, please, by all means, call in and tell me I'm stupid. Now, I'm going to start off the show by bringing up something I was right about. Of course I was. Of course I was. Last night we played a video of some dumb fucks running through a Target with their anti-mask protest, and they were singing Twisted Sisters, We're Not Going to Take It. I'm sorry, we're not gonna take it. Tim Pool is most certainly a right-winger. I will prove to you that Tim Pool is a right-winger. You hold on just 1 second. But last night on the show, we played the video of the dumb fucks running through the Target, and I said I hoped that Dee Snider was at home in his mansion going, God, what fucking idiots these people are. He called them morons. That's one of my favorite words. They are absolute fucking morons. Now, if you dispute me about Tim Pool, I have the evidence right here. So now, this is a picture of a bunch of alt-right fucking white power motherfuckers. And that's Tim Pool trying to hide his little pussy head over there. Because that's who Tim Pool is. No, most people that are arguing on the internet are right-wingers. Most smart people aren't fucking arguing on the internet unless they fucking get off on it like I do. You calling me brainwashed is hilarious. Because you think Tim Pool is not a right-winger. Here he is, with his dumb little fucking beanie right there, with all these white power morons. You're calling me brainwashed. And you think that motherfucker, like, he is seriously. So you should totally amplify me and let me debate him, because then it will be a fun time. Because you like watching people own people, right? I love owning people. Like, my goal in life would be to own Tim Pool. I would love that. And I do it too. He ain't shit. He does not know what he's talking about. Just go watch his little debate with Sam Cedar. Sorry, that's my cat Smokey. But yeah, D. Snyder agreed with me. Those fucks running through Target last night were fucking morons. We played 2 of the videos. We played 2 different videos of those motherfuckers running through Target. It's something that we didn't get to last night that I'd love to play. It looks like this is a Blaze article. Nearly 1,000 people flocked to California beach to get baptized on Saturday. I thought I had a video. Oh. Is there a video? Ah, fuck. You go to a right-wing site that's nothing but ads. I apologize. We do not play ads on this show. But I'm glad that I was right about D. Snyder. And he saw the stupidity of the motherfuckers running through Target singing "We're Not Gonna Take It." Yes, this story about Ricky Gervais tweeted this out about Taylor Swift. Like, people did the thing about, like, she did her own hair and makeup and shit. She's better than any war hero. Like, he's mocking her. I assume Americans for Liberty know that he's mocking her. This guy doesn't know that both of these guys are mocking her. But I don't know, like, who implied that she was a war hero. Ricky Gervais. I don't think anybody did. But, you know, fuck people that fight in wars anyway. Those are brainwashed people fighting in wars. Like, literally, you go get programmed through boot camp. What about World War II then? I guess this fuck doesn't know that, like, America helped finance the Nazi machine. They tried to assassinate FDR for not getting into the war soon enough because they wanted to make money off of it. Right-wingers are morons. The Attorney General says he, not career prosecutors, has the final say in cases and will not blindly submit to whatever those... What the fuck? We are marching straight into fascism. I thought I had other people trying to pick on me, but I guess not. Let's move on to Nancy Pelosi. I guess she was on Mad Money, or maybe she was on... Or maybe Jim Cramer was just hosting normal coverage on CNBC. Of course there's going to be an ad. I'm not going to let you guys watch it. I'm going to protect you from the ad. I don't watch ads. And this will be an ad-free show up until the moment that I get a sponsor that is in the realm of marijuana and smokables. Something like that can sponsor my Reefer and a Rant segment. Alright, so here we go. We've got the setup for the Jim Cramer thing here.
What deal can we have, Crazy Nancy? I'm sorry, that was the president. I have such reverence for the...
That was like the president channeling himself through Jim Cramer. Oh my God, that was the president. That wasn't me calling you crazy, Nancy, even though I am sitting here interviewing you on a national cable news program. That wasn't me that just called you crazy, Nancy. Donald Trump channeled himself into my body. And he got...
For the office, I would never use that crazy Nancy. I'm sorry, that was the president. I have such reverence for the office, I would never use that term.
He has such reverence for the office, he would never use that term. Even though he did in front of a national fucking audience. Now, how many people are watching CNBC in the middle of the day? Not a lot. 100,000, maybe. Maybe 50,000. But he said it in front of thousands of people. But he would never use that term. Now, I'm no fan of Nancy Pelosi. Fuck Nancy Pelosi, but like, she's the Speaker of the House, man. You're interviewing her on national TV. You're a professional that's been in the business at least 30 years. Holy fuck, what the hell?
Oh, come
But
on.
you just did.
He just did, yes. How's he gonna say, you know what I wish we had the whole video. I'm sorry. I didn't know this was a whole little package here. I wanted the whole fucking... Because that's awkward as fuck. How'd he go on with the interview? Hold on, let's find that shit. I'm interested in that now. Oh my God, my cat won't get off of me. Hold on. Where is it? Here we go.
Guys, living on junk
my
food?
God.
Stop. Eat real food that tastes great and lose.
During his interview with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, President Donald
I have such reverence. Can we have crazy Nancy? I'm sorry, that was the president. I have such reverence for the office, I would never use that term. But it is
But you
hard,
just
isn't
did.
it? Oh, come
But
on.
you just did.
You know what I mean.
The Mad Money host was questioning Pelosi when the insult
God,
seemed
I
to
wanted
slip
the-
out over failed stimulus talks. At one point, Kramer said, "What deal can we
Man,
have?
maybe
Crazy
NBC is
Nancy,
hard on the
I'm sorry,
copyrights."
that was the president." He went on trying
does
to
that
improve the
mean,
situation
though?
by saying, "I have such reverence for the office, I would..."
What does that mean? That was the president. Yes, the president calls her crazy Nancy. It's fucking stupid when he does it. Because, like, goddamn, Nancy Pelosi looks fucking sane compared to Trump. Like, sane is... Mental capacity is not Nancy Pelosi's issue. It most certainly is Trump's issue. Goddamn. Right-wingers are morons. That's all I just have to break down and say that because there's nothing else you can say. They stun me with their ignorance. All right, so last night we played a video of a protester in Johnson City, Tennessee, getting ran over, and we have a follow-up to that tonight.
Buying a car in Bill
Oh
Gates'
my
Nissan
God.
country is simple. You're going to love how we sell
Simple.
cars.
Apparently, I'm gonna have to get an ad blocker for this browser. So this is the 911 call that we're getting ready to listen to from the dispatcher, as after the protester was hit.
Washington County 911.
Hi, I'm outside of Southern Craft here at the crosswalk. We were protesting, and a man ran over one of our protesters. Could you please send an ambulance?
News 5's Caleb Perney has obtained the 911 calls from a Johnson City hit and run at a Black Lives Matter protest. Tonight, that audio tells the story of chaos at the scene.
That's the video.
Tapes also revealed that a dispatcher
Two
stopped
broken
to
legs.
make negative remarks about protesters as the suspect escaped.
How bad is the person hurt?
Write that down in your... Do you need an ambulance? He said he needs an ambulance.
New audio obtained by News 5 through a records request reveals
he's got two broke legs. I'm sure he needs an ambulance.
After this white Ford Expedition ran over a Black Lives Matter protester, breaking both of his legs.
This is going to be a protester that's been hit by someone, possibly intentionally.
After the victim was taken to the hospital, the focus turned to catching up to the suspect, who police later identified as Jared Lafer. Police say he fled the scene for his home in North Carolina. There was initial confusion about the model and license plate number of the car, as multiple agencies joined the search.
They had video.
Unicoi County's been notified. I'm calling THP.
Tennessee Highway Patrol Operator Brady.
Hey, this is Washington County 911 in Johnson City.
Mm-hmm.
We have had a pedestrian hit downtown in Johnson City that was a protester, and the vehicle that has struck them left the scene.
The dispatcher and highway patrol operator then paused to talk about what they think of protesters.
Let's hear what he has to say.
As the suspect continued to escape.
When you said pedestrian protester, I was like, oh, geez, really?
Yeah. Well, I wish people just quit protesting everything, live their lives, and get on with things.
Yeah,
that's me.
Officers did not catch up to Lafer. He wasn't seen again until he turned himself in 2 days later. In Johnson City, Caleb Perney, News 5, WCYB.
Now, Washington County 911 Director Greg Matherly said in a statement, "We have carefully reviewed the call in question and have found no policy violations." Tennessee Highway Patrol Sergeant Nathan Hall says the comments about the protesters are under review.
I mean, they're not that bad. I'm not sure somebody should lose their job over that, but that shows you that the bias that exists. Like, these people are tasked with serving everyone in the community. You can't let your political bias bleed over into your job. But you know, fucking, the reason why you have people with that way of thinking, and the reason why you have so many moronic right-wingers running around, is because they've been propagandized to death by people like fucking Glenn Beck, who today... I'm going with the audio. I'm going with the audio.
If you have a degree from any school of journalism, I don't trust you. You have lied over and over and over and over again. You are pointing everyone's direction in the wrong direction.
This is the man who has lied over and over and over again.
Words of Donald Trump. You are an enemy to mankind. You are an enemy to man's freedom. What you have done will be remembered 100 years from now, when maybe, possibly, men are free again. After what you have done, you will be remembered.
Anyone with a journalism degree is an enemy to mankind, according to motherfucking Colonel Sanders. Well, don't get a journalism degree, because Glenn Beck would like to lock you up. You will not be free if you have a journalism degree in Glenn Beck's America. And fuck this motherfucker. I couldn't believe when he started popping up on like Samantha Bee and shit. That's about the time I was like, yeah, fuck Samantha Bee, and stopped watching her as much. You're gonna rehabilitate motherfucking Glenn Beck? Anybody with a journalism degree. Now, I reached out to a journalism professor. I was going to have her on the air tonight to talk about Glenn Beck making this proclamation that anyone with a journalism degree is an enemy of mankind. So when you have people on the news 24/7 calling Democrats baby killers, telling everybody that they hate America, telling people that anyone with a journalism degree is an enemy of the people, then it's no wonder moronic right-wingers that eat this shit up all day and share it out on Facebook. It's no wonder, like, you can't have a conversation with them. And then they'll call me brainwashed. If you have ever taken Glenn Beck seriously, you are the brainwashed one. That motherfucker is a clown. Anyone with a journalism degree is an enemy of the people. Listen, one more time.
I don't trust you. You have lied over and over and over and over again. You are pointing everyone's direction in the wrong direction. And I echo the words of Donald Trump. You are an enemy to mankind.
But I would like, this guy goes on Samantha Bee and talks about like how wrong he was and how he contributed to Donald Trump becoming president. And then he has the audacity when, like, okay, so it's hard being a leftist commentator or a left-wing commentator or somebody in the center, because you have to actually be interesting. You have to have talent. You have to know what you're doing. If you're going to get up here, say something. Say something into the mic, buddy. Tell him what's up, Smokey. Come on, buddy. Oh, he doesn't want to talk to you. I tried. Go on, kitty. Man. When I was trying to watch the Republican convention. Yeah, dude. Yeah. You guys look at my cat. That's way more interesting to me. I was doing the Republican convention. He was just in my lap, non-stop. Weren't you, little buddy? More cats. Less Glenn Beck. He's very vocal, but I can never get him to talk into the microphone because he'll yak all day long. It's amazing. Welcome to everybody that just came into the room. 917-830-4359 if you like to call in and tell me I am stupid. Let's see here. I've got a bunch of stories that kind of tie in together. Which way do we want to... Oh, before we do any of that, let's do this. Right, breaking news as I was getting ready to come on the air. We've got a Republican senator has had to enter quarantine. Senator Ron Johnson went into quarantine Thursday after being exposed to a person with COVID-19. So he tested negative yesterday, but of course there's the incubation period. Now these motherfuckers, I am predicting that Trump does eventually get it. I've got controversial opinions out the ass. What do you want to call in? Talk to me about anything. Ask me about anything. 917-830-4359. I think most of my opinions are probably controversial. But it's hard to be upset at somebody with a cat, right? Especially one as cool as this one. Dude, I need to have my cat on the stream more often. Like, the numbers just shot right up. I did a rant. Right-wingers love talking about my cats. For some reason, that's a topic of conversation. I've got one dude that calls me a cat fucker all the time. That's the twisted mind of these idiot-ass right-wingers. In case you didn't know where I stand, my position is right-wingers are morons, and you should buy the shirt at the FREAKIN shop. The link is down below. I've got the Gadsden flag design. I also have a patriotic design that's really fucking cool. Fucking all these Republicans are going to come down with coronavirus. I predict that Trump will come down with coronavirus very shortly. If he didn't, at the rally that we showed the footage of earlier in the week. An indoor rally with all those people not wearing masks. And we played the footage, and I made a comment about how everyone around Trump had a mask on. But it turns out they put them on just like a minute before he walked onto the stage. I saw pictures of I always fuck her name up. Kimberly Guilfoyle. Nailed it! I saw pictures of Kimberly Guilfoyle speaking before Trump came on, and nobody behind her had a mask on. So that they're just asking, in a closed environment, there were 5,500 people there. 5,500 people crammed into, like, I think it was a hangar, an airplane hangar. And he keeps doing rallies. He keeps traveling around. Now, granted, everybody around him is getting tested all the time. But this shit is airborne, and even he knows it. We played the audio of him talking about, oh, this is dangerous, this is airborne, it gets in, it wreaks havoc on you. He said that shit. Absolute fucking morons. I thought that was the dude from Entourage for a second. Oh yeah, the video shows huge alligator swimming in storm surge after Hurricane Sally. Let's check that out, shall we? But I'm sure there are people trying to wrestle it. It's the Gulf fucking Coast in Alabama. Somebody's already wrestling that alligator. I thought it was going to hit me last night, but it barely missed me. Oh man, ads all the time. I was really wanting to watch an alligator swim. Apparently the damage was really bad. I saw a few of the pictures from the... Smokey, dude. You gotta chill out. Alright.
Making landfall as a Category 2 hurricane. Some areas have been inundated with nearly 3 feet of floodwater, and many rivers continue to rise. Hundreds of thousands of people are still without power at this hour, and at least one person has died there. Another is missing. Our lead national correspondent,
I believe I saw 500,000 people were without power in the state of Alabama.
David, seems a big difference from today from what you were doing yesterday. So what are you seeing there now?
Gail, 4 months of rain in 4 hours. That's what Sally made 3 feet of rain.
I want to see the alligator.
Roads and cities along the Florida Panhandle look more like rivers.
I think this video was false advertising.
Torn apart. Boats forced ashore in marinas. Debris scattered really everywhere.
This has been a lot worse than we ever thought it would be. I mean, you can't see where the sound starts or ends. It's crazy.
In Escambia
everybody
County,
was
Florida,
saying
where
it was going to be
Pensacola is,
bad.
more
I
than
don't know.
370 people needed to be rescued.
How did they
from the
not
flooding.
know that it was going to be bad? I heard other
Florida
people say they
National
would have
Guard
left.
deployed high water vehicles to help, returning some people to their homes as the water receded very quickly.
I know some people don't have the means.
The winds from Sally were powerful as the storm made landfall in Alabama. Winds were 105 miles per hour.
Wow.
We started hearing all of our windows start to pop.
That's weird, dude.
Part of the roof started coming off and siding was ripping.
The hurricane ripped through billboards, shredded the walls off buildings, and snapped power lines. More than 500,000 homes and businesses were without power in Alabama and Florida.
All of a sudden,
Alabama and Florida. I stand
Back here in
corrected.
Pensacola, we talked to Caleb Mendenhall. He manages the Paradise Inn, where Sally took the roof straight off.
Did you see where the roof landed? It landed on top of one of the villas and in front right here, and then another section out in the bay.
Wow. While most people say they'll pick up the pieces and move forward, others like Dave Carton say Sally may be the reason he moves away.
I'm thinking about, going further north, so I don't have to
It's just going to keep getting worse.
Anymore. It's kind of like a deja vu.
Climate change is going to cause a mass exodus.
Back here in Pensacola
over
Beach
the
where we are,
next
our
decade
cameraman
or
Dwayne was
two.
just reminding me where I'm standing right now.
Where
The water
are
was
people
nearly
going to
waist
go?
deep yesterday and now gone, dry. Listen, the storm may have moved out of here, but right now in Georgia, the Atlanta area, there's major rainfall and flooding. The storm will continue.
That's why
It's
I was
broken apart
bracing
now, but
for
up
it
through
to
the
hit me
Carolinas
yesterday.
and into Norfolk,
And it
Virginia,
barely
before it finally
missed
dies
me.
out. Tony, one of our meteorologists,
We
was
got
just telling me before I came on the air. He
off of
said,
it.
David, there could be another system developing in the Gulf within the next 48 hours.
Yeah,
What a
yeah.
difference a day makes,
Another
David. Thank you
hurricane
very
in
much.
just a couple of days.
We know you've got
Thank you, climate change.
hands full at home.
I'm building a spaceship.
Is
So
this the
Instacart
video?
is here to help make grocery shopping a little easier. Choose
Here's the alligator video. Yay!
Y'all look at that alligator that is right outside the window. He is going into the neighbor's driveway.
I love that
This
alligator.
is why we don't want to go outside out here on the island.
Bet.
And there's many more. Oh, he is a monster.
You got more than one alligator. Now, Smokey wanted to see the alligator too.
Oh, jeez.
You're being very annoying. I want to watch the alligator again.
Y'all look at that alligator that is right outside the window. He is going into the neighbor's driveway. This is why
We're just
don't
going to
wanna
see
go
more and
outside out
more
here on the
severe
island.
weather events, and they're going to be
And there's
wider spread. This thing was
many more.
huge. If you didn't look at the radar
Oh,
and see
he is a
what this thing
monster.
looked like, it's a fucking monster. I think it's still over the East Coast
Oh,
right now.
jeez.
Insane. Hold on, let's take a look at the current weather radar. Yeah. God, it's over DC and shit right now. Smokey. Oh, I guess that would have been the eye of it. It's over South Carolina. Dude. Or North Carolina. I'm sorry. I feel stupid. Well, I mean, like, yeah. It's just the natural reaction to all the chemicals that we put into the atmosphere and everything. That's wild, though. Shit. Like, I don't remember 20, 30 years ago a hurricane hitting down here and still being like this up in here. Like, I remember when I was like, the climate has changed so much just in the time that I have been alive. When I was a child, we could count on 2-3 weeks of snow regularly every year. And that doesn't happen anymore. You get more severe events and they're more sporadic and crazy. That's why you get weather that's 80 degrees one day and 30 degrees the next. It's the proof of climate change is all around us, and we need to act. The effects are immense. Just like Bernie has been saying, we can't afford not to pass the Green New Deal. Whatever the fuck it is, we need to pass it. Those 7 pages of recommendations. Because that's all it was just some recommendations and other fucking minor bullshit. We need more. We need urgent action. Fucking the entire West Coast is ablaze right now. Speaking of blaze, also breaking right before I came on the air. That's what yesterday's rant was about, how the news is just over and over again. Just breaking news stories. The CDC testing guidelines or guidance was published against scientists' objections. Saying that people without COVID-19 symptoms didn't need to get tested for the virus. That came from Health and Human Services officials and skipped the CDC scientific review process. And that's why I should have dug for the video. There was the Health and Human Services Deputy Secretary had like a fucking breakdown on Facebook Live over the weekend. Talking about how people were going to try to kill him because there were scientists in the government that were out to get the Trump administration. God damn it, they're just out to do their fucking jobs and put information out. These people are trying to kill us. They're trying to kill themselves. Fucking Trump knows how dangerous it is, and he keeps having rallies. It's absurd. And colleges, it's like one by one, you just keep hearing about the colleges having to quarantine. It was a fucking horrible idea to try to send kids back to school. And the closer and closer we get, allergies, and then into flu season, oh my God. This is gonna kill people. It really is an exodus and mass extinction. Mass extinction event 2020. Fuck, it was preventable. We've just had the fucking death march. We got genocide going on at the border. He has the best immunity. God, I don't like... See, my father, I feel like, is indestructible. He's done every drug under the sun. He's destroyed his lungs. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. It's like Trump, like, there's just some people that are just fucking indestructible. Like, my dad's gonna outlive me. Is Trump gonna outlive all of us? He's like a fucking cockroach. You can't fucking kill him. How many scandals has he been involved in that would take out any normal politician? And then today, a former Mike Pence aide came out and said that he's going to vote for Biden. Saying that the administration has a flat-out disregard for human life. I wonder what would have ever given him that impression, that this administration has a flat-out disregard for human life. Could it have something to do with the genocide at the border, the fucking tens of thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands, 100,000 people that died needlessly Surprise! So Pence's response to this has been to say that he is a disgruntled employee. I bet, like, if you came out thinking that the administration had a flat-out disregard for human life, that you would be pretty goddamn disgruntled over it. It seems logical to me. So I don't know what kind of response that is for the Pence administration, or the Pence office, I guess, the vice president's office, to come out and say he's just a disgruntled employee. I don't know, he's disgruntled about, like, the fact that you guys don't give a shit. That's another thing, and not only that, that's a story that I was gonna do. Is like Barr is wanting to arrest the mayor of Seattle. He's wanting to arrest fucking protesters. They were wanting to use some kind of heat ray on the protesters in fucking Washington D.C. They transported a bunch of detained immigrants to Virginia to do some kind of fucking test on them, just so they could get ICE officials to DC to be able to fucking assault protesters. And it caused a coronavirus outbreak. That's another one. Like, I'm telling you stories off the top of my head that I contemplated doing on the show, and I'm just like, well, I've got so much other shit to talk about. How do you prioritize this? I've got, like, fucking, I have prioritized so many other stories, and I'm sitting here with this woman who is putting her fucking life, career, reputation on the line to come out and tell us that genocide is being committed at the border. I had this yesterday.
Whatever reason that they were wanting to be seen for, and they were having hysterectomies. They would come back oftentimes and question, why did I have to have a hysterectomy? I didn't have an answer.
They would ask you directly.
Why did I have to have a hysterectomy? Nobody.
But I am sitting here with this video of a woman accusing the U.S. government of committing a crime against humanity, and I've had it for 2 days on this show, and I had other shit to talk about. That's how fucked up we are right now. Holy shit. America, get your shit together. My Canadian friends keep telling me they are worried about us, and I understand why.
Explain this to me. I didn't know I was undergoing this. I had one lady to tell me that she was a young girl. If she had known that she was going to have a hysterectomy, she wouldn't have went.
You're quoting the complaint as saying
that's heart-wrenching.
His specialty. He's the uterus collector.
The uterus collector.
Is that how people refer to this doctor?
That's how the detainees referred to this physician. They referred to him as, I had a detainee.
Now, I want to be very clear on what's going on here. I don't know that it's a Trump administration policy to sterilize people. What I would guess it is that it's a for-profit institution, and they're trying to just do as many services as they can in order to bill. It's even more heinous. It's always heinous. Like, I don't even know. I can't even quantify how it's more heinous. God damn. Why'd I have to start doing a talk show now? I was like, oh, hey, I'm going to give a shot at being a YouTube commentator, and I'm going to talk about genocide and a fascist takeover of America. A mass die-off event. I don't even know if you can call it a global pandemic anymore. I guess it's a U.S. pandemic now, and a couple other countries like Brazil. But just so they could assault protesters, they transported immigrants and caused a coronavirus outbreak. And God, I can't believe we're back to like everybody's just out going to dinner and shit. I can't believe it. As I said, I'm lucky. I went to the grocery store the other night and every single person had a mask on. People socially distanced. I felt safe. I felt that's okay. We can do that and be some semblance of normal for a little while. But there are people out there that are not considerate of other people. They are complete fucking assholes. And they're doing it for moronic reasons. I don't understand. I feel cool when I'm wearing a mask. I think it's neat. And I don't like people spitting on me, so I think we should wear masks during flu season anyway. You say live and let die, but they're stopping me from being able to do shit. They're stopping me from being able to go out. Just because, like, I'm like, holy shit, these dumb motherfuckers out here. It would be different if they were just hurting themselves. But it's something that affects everybody else. And I want to go back to going to concerts. You, ma'am, you know for a fact I like going to concerts. You've been to a couple with me. Matter of fact, one of the first stories we did on the Troll Patrol here was about Unknown Henson sticking his foot in his mouth. I feel sorry for him because, like, well, I mean, I don't feel sorry for him. That was his fucking fault. But, like, I will say he put on a really good show. We had a really good time that night. And that was the night I asked that guy if that hat came with a dick in his mouth and really embarrassed you and your friend. Oh. Honestly, I don't know if I want to do any of these. I wish I had a fun story to finish out the evening. We already did the alligator. So I think we'll save that for tomorrow. Let's check back in with the Facebook feed for the end of the show. People do say dumb shit. Like he was going to beat up a couple of women. He might have beat me up. For those, what I'm alluding to and what our commenter here is alluding to is we were at an Unknown Henson concert. That was one of the first stories I did when we started doing the Troll Patrol. When we were at the Unknown Henson concert, I ran into a guy who had this real nice white cowboy hat on. And I looked at him and I said, hey man, nice hat. Did that come with a dick in your mouth? And like, I think he was a little inebriated already. He's like, and then like, he kind of like his face changed a little bit. And they're yanking me out because like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that to him. Because like, why can't you believe I said that to him? That's why people on the internet are like, I bet you wouldn't say that to my face. The fuck I wouldn't. I have said plenty of shit to plenty of people's faces. The fuck I wouldn't say it to your face. I say as we've got a video of a woman accusing the U.S. government of genocide on the screen. I hope Biden wins because I want to go back to like a little bit of levity in life. Not that a Biden administration is going to be any better. A Biden administration is still going to be marching us to fascism, just a more polite fascism. That wasn't rude. I like dick. I've had a dick in my mouth. Why would it be an insult for that guy to have a dick in his mouth? I don't understand your point. I don't understand how that was rude to him. His grandfather gave us that hat. Oh my God, so the caller we had the other night, and when he told me his grandfather died, they listed it as COVID and shit. And I told him I didn't accept anecdotal evidence. And like we went back and forth on that, and I called it a bullshit story. And apparently like he thought I was disrespecting his grandfather, but I was just talking about like any statistic somebody cites, like that I can't prove wrong. I wasn't specifically calling his story a bullshit story. But he got really upset about it, and I was like, hey, but just so you know, fuck your grandfather. I wasn't insulting him, but fuck your grandfather. Sorry. I'm just kind of like that. Alright, let's take another scroll through Facebook. Have I been summoned here? Richard Johnson mentioned me in a comment. Oh, this dude's backing me up. He knows. That was the exact same thing I said. And we're on Americans for Liberty. Oh my God. Like a libertarian right-winger that knew what they were talking about. I like you, John David Pearson. You are my friend. Dick Johnson, yes, yes. I thought the same thing myself. That has to be a troll account. Oh my God! So going back to the idea that they had a reckless disregard for human life or whatever the Pence staffer said. They were going to send every American a mask in April. I cannot... If they had done that, they quite possibly would have saved tens of thousands of lives, 100,000 lives. Seriously. If everybody was wearing a mask since April. And we wouldn't have took the economic hit that we took. Because one of the reasons why he was motivated by not wanting to spook the markets. But what he did was worse for the markets. What he did is going to have ramifications still. If they do not pass a stimulus bill and give people money and re-up unemployment, we are going to see the economy crater very, very soon. It's hanging on by a thread. Evictions next month are going to be insane. Healthcare workers needed surgical masks and shit. The U.S. government could have sent everybody a cloth mask. If they were worried about creating a panic about masks, then sending everybody a cloth mask in the mail would have been ideal, because that would have helped curb the panic about masks. That is a policy. That is something so fucking simple. That is an example of federal leadership that would have absolutely saved lives, and they didn't do it because they don't care. Just like we saw the Pence staffer said earlier, they don't fucking care. It's not about, like, they may suck, but it's just about stopping you from sending your spit into the air. That's all it's about. Keep your spit to yourself, and that's what a cloth mask does. Healthcare professionals need to be wearing surgical masks and shit. Now, granted, I have surgical masks. I don't go outside that often. I just have a few. I didn't buy up a whole fucking shit ton of them. Alright, I'm out of chocolate milk, so you know what that means. It's about time to wrap this show up. So I can go refill my chocolate milk. Go ahead, light one up, tip one back. It's alright to have a little fun before you hit the sack. I'm Justin Freakin. We'll see you tomorrow night on the Troll Patrol.